Breaking news. The famous singer or famous Afrobeat singer, the son of the late Fela Anikulapo Kuti, which is Seun Kuti, have openly and what will I call it? And disgracefully attacked the flag bearer of the Labour Party presidential candidate, which is His Excellency Dr. Peter Gregory Obi. In his letter, he accused the former Anambra State governor as being opportunist. What he meant by that is what Peter Okoye, in his own tweet as well, have replied Seun Kuti over the unfortunate comment and incident. As we are about to read the news now in full detail, so that you will be aware or have a glimpse of what Seun Kuti really meant. If this is your first time to hear my voice, you are welcome to the family. And if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and do so anytime soon. Let us take the news in full. You have just erased your father's history. I will keep you in my prayers, according to the singer Peter Okoye, as he slams Seun Kuti for his publicly outraged against the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Nigerian singer Peter Okoye has slammed his colleague Seun Kuti for attacking the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. Nigerian News area reported that the son of the late legendary singer Fela Anikulapo Kuti described the former governor of Anambra State as an opportunist. What he meant by that is what we are about to find out. He revealed that the African Action Congress AAC presidential candidate, which is Omoyole Sowore, is his preferred candidate. Seun Kuti stated that even if Sowore emerges as the winner of the 2023 general election, he will still be unable to function effectively due to the dominance of the People's Democratic Party and All Progressive Congress (APC) in key positions. Taking a swipe at Peter Obi, the singer said he is an opportunist who moved to Labour Party after losing at the PDP, adding that he cannot save Nigeria, according to the news. Seun Kuti further made a mockery of the Labour Party flag bearer, insisting he is an internet president whose election is on social media and lacks the structural background to win an election in the Nigeria. Then Peter Okoye is now responding to the Afrobeat singer. I understand your frustration, according to Peter Okoye. Reacting in a post via his Twitter, Peter Okoye slammed Seun Kuti, saying that the young man is frustrated and has erased his father's history, according to the news. He said singers like Burna Boy and many others took the part of his father, which is Anikulapo Fela Kuti, to gain prominence, unlike him, who is bent on destroying the father's image, according to the news. He said singers like Burna Boy and many others took the part of his father to gain prominence, unlike him, that is out there politicking just for what he is about or what he will gain, according to the news from Peter Okoye. He wrote on his Twitter, "Dude, just erase his father's history. You said only the people of Nigeria can save Nigeria. Is Peter Obi and the rest candidates not the Nigerian people? Shame, shame, and shame." This one is coming from the singer Peter Okoye. "Dude, I understand your frustration, but realize that the sky is big enough for all birds to fly. as Burna Boy and other great artists have climbed on our great fella's ladder to blow. Comport yourself and pray to your God. My God has blessed me, my destiny, and I will forever remain thankful. According to Peter Okoye, I will surely keep you in my prayers. Learn from your nephew at Kuti, cause he is well guided and clean. That is the news we have for us this morning concerning the outrage of Seun Kuti over the comment he made on Peter Obi concerning this coming election, which will take place this month of February 25th, 2023. Another breaking news: the choir director of one church dies during the church service. What happens is what we are about to find out in this news. Please be guided. We are moving forward. A middle-aged man identified as Oji of Amusu, Eda, Afikpo South Local Government Area of Ebonyi State has slumped and died on Sunday during church service. The deceased was confirmed dead at the Alex Ekwueme Federal University Teaching Hospital, Abakaliki. Oji, before his death, was the choir director of the Presbyterian Church, Piripiri, Abakaliki. Oji was said to have slumped while conducting the choir song during the second service. A source in the church, simply identified as Egu, told newsmen that the deceased had been battling with high blood pressure for some time now. Egu, who described the late Oji as a dedicated member and worker, added, "We were all in the church when the unfortunate incident happened. He came to church without any sign of ill health. He conducted a choir ministration off in the first service, though he wasn't at his best. During the second service ministration, while he was conducting the choir, he was observed that he couldn't lift his hands at a point. But before we realized what was happening, he slumped and was immediately rushed to the hospital." Please, my advice before I continue with this news: do not lie to yourself. Anytime you notice your body system have changed, please consult a physician or go straight to your doctor or any nearby clinic to avoid stories that touches the heart. Let's continue. Church members waited earnestly for him to be revived, but to no avail. The prayer team prayed, believing that God will restore him, but at the end, the doctors confirmed him dead. That is the news we bring for us today. Here comes another breaking news. This one is coming from all the way Ogun State in Abeokuta. Angry protesters destroys APC campaign banner in Ogun State, Abeokuta. A video showing the moment an angry protester destroyed the campaign banner of all the Progressive Congress APC during the violent protest in Abeokuta earlier today has surfaced on social media. Niger News area reports that the residents of Abeokuta, the state capital of Ogun, took to the streets to express their grievances over the scarcity of fuel and the new Naira notes, which later descended into chaos. These ones are well and sponsored violence, I know. The politicians who have held this youth hostage are still the same people who will sponsor them to go out there and protest, simply because the new law of the new Naira notes, which is going to be expired this 10th of February, do not favor them. In other words, they have tried all they can just to persuade the federal government and the CBN to extend the deadline to June after the elections, to enable them outsource the votes buying and also deposit the billions of naira they are being stocked all in their vaults and in their coven and in their secret warehouses. Well, my advice to the federal government of Nigeria, the president and the CBN governor, is that they should stick to whatever plan they have. Don't allow these people to push you into the extension, not even the court. Because during the time of NSAS protests, whereby many people were killed, all these governors were there. They didn't in any way go to the Aso Rock to meet the president for a meeting on how to sort out the problem of NSAS, which have triggered the youths to hit the street. They never do that. ASU strike lasted for complete good 8 months. None of them could ever go to the president or even call the Ministry of Education, the likes of Ngige and the rest of them, to have a secret meeting or an open door meeting to deliberate on how to call off the strike. Instead, they are the one that is even fueling the fire of no pay, no salary, no work, no pay, according to them. We are almost in 5 months fuel scarcity. These people, these governors, these APC governors, do not go to meet the president so that they will know how to do to force the secret marketers we have in the country to release the PMS. They didn't do that. During the time of Abuja Kaduna train attack, which lasted for months, people who have been abducted spent months in the bush. Many people died. Some were infected. Some were even raped. The governors or the APC governors do not feel or think that it is necessary for them to go and meet the presidency so that they can discuss on how to stop what have just happened. The insecurity in the country have grown to the level that even our poor mothers and fathers, sisters that are into farming, can no longer go to their farms peacefully. Going to your farm today, knowing fully well that you might go and you will not return back. None of the governors ever call for meetings with the federal government or whoever that they think might salvage this very issue. Why now are they too inquisitive about this new Naira note and new policy that the federal government and the CBN have bring out to enable them to fish out those ones who have made the currency or the past old notes not to be in circulation? You will find out that all these our politicians have billions of naira. When I mean billion, I mean billions of real cash, all in their houses, stocked in their private rooms, stocked in their private warehouses, without knowing to do with it, just waiting for 4 years election so that they will bring the money to buy votes and still continue to impoverish the nation. The question I have for all the politicians who are into this business of impoverishing the poor, what have this country or the poor masses done to you people? You have already gathered the money that even your entire 10th generation can never spend. Why can't you at least have a church mind and allow the country, even if the country can grow 50%, the people, in the inhabitants, the poor, will not complain about anything. What they asked is not too much. They never ask you to bring all the money that you have swindled or you have looted. What they ask is that, please, can you give us light so that we, the poor masses, the ones who are medium business and other enterprise, can do what? Can as well do their own normal thing without not interfering in the government. If you people like, you people can carry all the whole money that comes from crude oil to any country that you like. Just give us water, give us good roads and light. That is what they asked. See, you people cannot do this. You still impoverishing the poor people, intimidating them. The money that is meant for you to build something for them, you use it for your own frivolities. I don't blame these politicians. I blame the authorities, the security personnel that know that all this kind of thing is happening, but they are not taking any single action. The only thing they can do is to going from one guest house to the other, one hotel to the other, one restaurant to the other, one clubhouse to the other, looking for those people they call Yahoo boys. But the main Yahoo boys we have in this country, the people who put Nigerian name as one of the corrupted countries in the whole world, are the politicians. And they are out there even being guided and protected by all these ones that looking for all these cheap boys who have engaged themselves in some other criminalities just to make sure that they eat food or they find anything, but not that I am supporting what they are doing, but let the government do the needful. Provide food, provide job, good road, other social amenities that make lives enjoyable. Go to other countries. Even if there are corruption in those countries, you find out that a poor man or a farmer who can go to his farm and farm, coming out from his farm, he have a road, at least a good road, to convey his farm products to the market. And people who come to buy it will buy it, and he will go back with the money. But for where there is no security, no good road, no water, and no electricity. In Nigeria, you find out that some people were born in this life, they don't know what is called electric from the day they were born until they leave this age. At old age, many people live 120 something years in Nigeria without no single electric. They don't even know what is called up NEPA. That is the country we call our own. But the people who have elected or who have voted in to help us arrange the country, they are the ones that are killing the country on daily basis. The question is, when will all these things, when will all these shenanigans stop? Look at them now. Look at every eye have not opened now, simply because they said there will be no extension. All the whole APC governors now, they have gone to the president, couldn't find a solution. Now they have sued the president and the federal government to court. It is laughable, my brother. It is very, very laughable. We have 18 political parties in this Nigeria. In this coming election, political parties which almost all of them have all the whole offices in the federal level, state level, and the local level. None of them protested against this neither the design or the deadline that been given to them. But look at the people who hold the power. They are the ruling party. They are the one that are shooting themselves in the leg. My brother, just like that adage which says that anybody who went inside a room, lock the door, lock the windows, and mess inside there, what you take out is what you breathe in already. Yes. You hold the power and you are shooting yourself on the leg, telling all that there is a cabals. Who is in Asoro? Who are those cabals? That is the question. Name them. You refuse to name them. The likes of El-Rufai and FFK with the faces Keyamos. We are waiting. You said you will name them after the election, February 27, right? It is laughable. Niger News area report that the residents of Abeokuta, the state capital of Ogun, took to the streets to express their grievances over the scarcity of fuel and the new Naira notes, which later descended into chaos. It was gathered that the protesters, who were mostly armed, began to destroy banks and other properties in the process. They have been sponsored by the same people who keep impoverishing them. And that is why Nigerian youths can never learn. The protesters, go and check very well, none of them is more than 30 years old. Even if there is, it will be few. In their productive age, the same government that keep them in poverty, the same government that did not give them work, the same government that made them to stay 8 months at home doing nothing in the form of ASU strike, is the same government that will go and give them a peanut of 5,000 to 10,000 naira for them to hit street and begin to protest and destroy government properties. Youth of Nigeria, wake up. Enough is enough. In one of the videos that surfaced captured the moment an angry protester is seen tearing down the campaign banner of the APC during the violent protest. You can as well watch the video if you do what? If you care. In another breaking news we have here, CBN won't be used to disrupt elections. In other news, the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, has declared that the 2023 general elections will not be disrupted by the Apex Bank. You are right, my dear. Niger News report that the CBN boasts at a meeting with the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yusuf, and other 11 national commissioners pledged that the bank won't be a cause of any hitches to the coming polls. He said the CBN will not allow itself to be used as agents to frustrate the forthcoming election, which is a positive assignment. If you require cash to pay some of your service providers, we will make it available to you. We will not allow ourselves to be seen as agents that frustrate a genuine assignment. His submission follows the request of the INEC boss for Apex Bank to make available every cash needed to pay logistics for the success of the elections. I applaud you for that, Godwin Emefiele. You are really doing a very nice job. The INEC chairman told the CBN governor the 2023 polls will be the best in Nigerian history. But then concerns have, however, been raised about the process leading to the elections. Yakubu submitted that while Commission has transferred all its accounts at the state and national level to the Apex Bank, some of the services being rendered to the Commission need to be paid in cash, according to Mahmoud Yakubu. Breaking news again. In this news, tears as death toll raises above 100 in Katsina killings. The governors of APC, this one is APC state, and as such, the president of Nigeria state, his own state, that the armed men stormed that community at the early hours of yesterday and shot and killed both vigilantes who are guarding the community and also the indigents, poor masses. Yet the governors sees all these things. They did not gather even on themselves, even if they don't meet the president, at least to deliberate on how to stop all these happenings. Nigeria, which way forward? The death toll from the clash between bandits and vigilante members in 4 communities in Bakori local government area of Katsina State has risen above 100, and they are still counting. According to Channels Television's, residents of the affected communities disclosed that the number of those killed are over 100, and most corpses are being recovered from the area. The residents stated that they are still expecting more for burial, and some persons in the communities are still missing. One of the residents who hailed from Guga village, Abubakar Hashimu, said 63 people were buried on Friday and on Saturday. A canter vehicle was also brought, loaded with over 30 corpses. According to Hashim, more than 100 have died so far since the incident happened on Thursday, after several cows were rustled on Wednesday by the bandits. In a related development, Governor Aminu Masari sent a delegation under the leadership of a Secretary of the State, Alhaji Muntari Lawal, to condole with the families of the victims. The state delegation visited Guga, Yagoji, and Gidangamji communities on Sunday to condole with the people, describing the situation as highly tragic for not only the victims and their families but also for the government. Lawal called on the residents to learn how to defend themselves, saying that such a situation cannot be single-handedly treated by the government or security agencies alone. He said the actual number of those killed cannot be ascertained because they are still counting the dead. Nobody can tell you the accurate figure because some of the bodies are scattered in the bush. They have to go and retrieve them. As we are counting the number, so also the bandits. So people should learn to be courageous enough to confront the devil before they finish them. Before they finish them. Don't wait for government. Before government intervenes, the damage has been done. So organize yourself to confront whichever insecurity that appears before you. He added that the state government has announced plans to inaugurate a commission of inquiry to investigate the immediate and remote causes of the said killings. Breaking news again. People of Osun State, they chant, they said, Tinubu Ole, according to them, do not come and attack me. That is what the news says, and I am bringing it to your notice. Osun residents chant as a woman lays calls on APC presidential candidate. As the economic challenge continues in the country, some residents of Osun State have taken to the street to protest as they taunted the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigerian news report that in a video cited online, one of the women could be seen shouting Tinubu ole ole, which means, in translation, it means thief. Omosaka Lionu ole, stating he would not get any vote from his alleged country home, Ede, in Osun State. The woman said the country would not be ruled by the APC candidate as she kept cursing Tinubu, adding he will not succeed in the ruling Nigeria. Other women and residents in the state were also seen carrying placards and chanting in the background. Another breaking news. Crowd responds with say article as Tinubu shouts APC in their campaign rally. Meanwhile, Tinubu was subjected to ridicule at a campaign rally in Katsina State, the country home of President Muhammadu Buhari, after the crowd who attended the rally keep shouting Atiku when he chanted APC and Nigeria during the event. Speaking at the rally, Tinubu gave Katsina residents reasons why the People's Democratic Party PDP must not return to power. He also promised to find a solution to insecurity in the country. Do it right now so that people will know that you are serious. He pointed out that the president meant well for the country and that the 16 years of the PDP was a waste, adding that he will ensure no one is left behind if he becomes the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. However, whenever the APC candidate shouted APC and Nigeria, the people at the campaign ground shouted the name of the former vice president, Atiku Abubakar. On a hearing, ya don't know to omum. Let us move on. Breaking news again. Southeast elders, they don't make fresh move. 17 days today said presidential elections. Southeast elders, under the urges of Igbo elders consultative forum, have moved to engage in spiritual exercise for a peaceful 2020 general elections. Nothing way Musa no go see forget you. On February 25th of 2023, Nigerians will go out there to elect the next president, vice president, and members of the Senate and House of Representatives. Nigeria News reports. 17 days ahead of the exercise, the Southeast elders said it will be abnormal to underestimate the efficacy of prayer. Hence, they will commence 14 prayer points and fasting season purposely for the peaceful conduct of the election. It seems like you people have no work doing again. How does election now reflect with fasting and prayer? Go out there and do the needful. That is simple. That is what election requires. If you people can make all these sacrifices, why can't you people do it for the insecurity and the fuel scarcity? Fast and pray for we to have what do they call it, miracle gasoline everywhere. According to them, certain wicked agents of destabilization and habitual enemies of peace and progress, masquerading as the ethnic and religious bigots, will likely choose to foment a crisis. The overpowering power of God will take over, according to Ndi Igbo. According to them, the prayer and the fasting exercise will supernaturally contain and neutralize the excess of the bad eggs to their own vexation. In a statement on Tuesday, the leader of the IECF and former governor of Anambra State, Dr. Chukwuemeka Eziife, said prayers are needed for the forthcoming elections, revealing the theme of the spiritual exercise as emergence of a new Nigerian through the effectual intercession. Eziife said, in absolute obedience to a privileged instruction and leading of the Spirit, divine following the revelation referred to above, the Igbo Elders Consultative Forum hereby climaxes the long-held intercession, according to the former Anambra State Governor. Also, Evangelist Iwuchukwu Ezenwafo of the Ark Bearer of New Nigerian New Nigeria said part of the Seun declaration was that as the giant of Africa by destiny, Nigeria is not a mere coincidence but a standard bearer, peace setter, trailblazer, and a typical example of what an ideal development country should be in the prevailing democracy and electioneering processes. Part of the prayer points of the IECF is that the general elections shall reflect an exceptional improvement and thereby post an unusual credibility record that would consequently revolutionize the future electioneering processes within the country and across the African continent. The Igbo elders also praying that there shall be a distinct, clear-cut, and profound electoral victory in which elective office by the best candidates approved by God Almighty and graciously accepted to the generality of the whole Nigerians. So, my good people, this is where we are coming to the end of this morning broadcast. In case you have never subscribed to my channel, I am using this opportunity to beg you, please go and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or we post something new on this channel or any other channel related to this Okute Daily Talk. Have a nice day, and may the God Almighty, the Chukwu Okeabiama, onye pụrụ ime ihe niile, bless the work of your hand, prosper you, and most especially guide you in this electioneering period, so that you will not fall a victim of circumstances or fall a victim of what you know nothing about. May the God of our ancestors bless you in Eke, in Ori, in Afo, and also in Nkwo, 4 market days, which represent the east, west, north, and south. And so shall it be. Remain blessed. I am signing out. Bye for now, my people. Ke emesianu o ụmụnne m.